What's going on, party people? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Bitcoin today. And we're actually going to talk about Bitcoin and the DXY, actually, because I feel like that's relevant. I see a lot of people talking about it right now. You know, I've kept my eye on it, so I want to chip in on the conversation here. Looking at Bitcoin at the moment, man, it's great, right? We got a new high. High here, higher high here, higher high here. It's not great though, because really what we have is this bearish divergence. We got a high here, lower high, lower high, lower high. We've got basically essentially, if not triple bearish divergence, double bearish divergence. And the more divergence you build, the stronger the move down that you're going to see. I did make a video yesterday talking about this this diamond pattern here, the diamond top, right? I'm going to draw it real quick here. Just try to get a rough estimate, something like that, right? There we go. And then maybe from there to there. Nope, that's not it. To there, and then from there down to it was here. Maybe something like this, right? Something like that. I don't know. It was a diamond. Come on now. It was a diamond top. Diamond top, and we broke up. I was thinking that we might actually break out of it to the downside, but the thing is, with a diamond top pattern, even if we break up or we break down, it's very common to see throwbacks after this. These are very volatile moves after the breakout. You see very volatile moves, very high velocity, very volatile moves, as is defined by the pattern site. But also in my experience, I can attest to that. It doesn't have to pull back, but paired with this bearish divergence, paired with the decreasing volume we had, I guess we have volume increasing at the moment actually, but it's still not as high as all this stuff over here. I wonder on the 4 hour, it is increasing. It's not a bad look. This bearish divergence isn't a good look, but it could be taken out. It really could. Let's be fair here. It actually could be taken out if today closes green. If we keep moving up higher, especially over the next coming days, it could be taken out. We get back into this overbought zone. But at the moment, this is not a good look on the RSI, in my opinion. You have three tops, 1, 2, 3, and you have 3, 1, 2, 3 tops that are all lower. These ones are all higher. That is classic bearish divergence, man. And again, it's not uncommon for you to break out one way and then throw it back the other way. We can just go. Let's look it up real quick. Chart patterns. Where are we at here? Go to diamonds. D, A, B, C, D. Diamond tops, right? The only reason I'm pulling this up again is because the very example that he gives us, look, you broke to the downside and then immediately threw it back to the upside, right, before proceeding lower. So we could see something like this, and this is classic behavior. We could see something like this, but to the reverse effect, where we come up, we have a pullback down, and then we have our real move up. Because diamond breaks are very volatile. They're very volatile, and they happen fast. And a move in comparison to what we're seeing there, here, could bring us down to around here, which is right around 29K, 28K, somewhere in that area. From low to high, that's right at the 382 there. So that's like a normal area that you would expect to see a retracement from. I'm not convinced, man. I'm really not convinced that this is going to be a sustained move up. I think that this is a bull trap, and the reason I'm saying that is because, again, I said I want to talk about the DXY. The DXY right now is having a terrible time. Look at it. It is literally having a terrible time, man. It is going down dramatically. Why is Bitcoin not going up? Why is it not going up? The SEC just settled its lawsuit with Ripple Labs. It wasn't the best outcome, it wasn't the worst outcome. It was somewhere in the middle, right? XRP won some aspects of it, and they didn't win some aspects of it. So on the bright side, though, we've got some regulatory framework to work with for crypto. That should be bullish. Everybody's talked about this since the lawsuit happened, that this would be a bullish thing once it finally gets settled one way or another. But where's the bullish price action? Why do we only move up 3.5% on a day for Bitcoin? We got more bullish price action over here. I don't know why are we showing bearish divergence right now? I want to go back to the DXY real quick. DXY. Again, if you don't know this, the DXY is the US dollar index. You can see it up here. it measures the value of the dollar more or less versus like the conglomerate world currencies in the world, like all of them. So we're having a very bearish week here. We're having a very bearish week, and it noticeably, we haven't had a week like this since back here, right? And this week I think is somewhat important. Okay, it's November 7th, 2022. That's the week that it started. November 7th, 2022. Here we are. It's not quite as big, but it's out of all these candles, it's the only one that's sizably comparable, that I would say. Looking at that, November 7th, 2022 on a weekly basis. Let's go back to BTC now. BTC USD Coinbase, sure. What did BTC do on the week of November 7th, 2022? Here it is right here. It had a 22% drop. The same week that the DXY had a much bigger drop, well, not a much bigger drop, but a bigger drop than it's having now. 2.5% versus 3.5%, 3.9% actually. That's a sizable difference, in comparison, in relative terms. Why aren't we seeing? And again, most of the time, whenever the DXY dumps. And you can see it here actually, this was like the relative top area, but we didn't have like a serious move down until the 7th of November. And whenever that top happened in the DXY, that was before we saw this low. That was like somewhere back over here. But we saw a big drop in the DXY, and this is where we bottomed. And then the DXY started to go lower, and then of course, Bitcoin soon after started to take off. But why aren't we seeing bullish behavior right now? We've got a lot of bullish things going on in the media. We've got bullish things going on with the DXY going down. Bitcoin is not doing much with that. It really isn't. So I'm kind of in the hold your horses mode. I don't know if this is a real move personally. It is a real move more or less, right? It was really 3.5%, 3.6%, but it didn't for a breakout. We didn't get much follow through. We really didn't. And on a 4-hour basis too. We're already out of the overbought zone. We went into it and now we're out of it again. We don't generally, whenever you get out of the overbought zone, you come down to like the 50 area or just above it before moving up higher. And it would be really weird to break out of a range and then come back into it. That's generally not a good thing. That's what they call a fake out. And when you get a fake out, you tend to go super fast to the downside. And again, pairing that with the diamond top idea, that all kind of fits that narrative in my opinion. DXY. There was something else I wanted to see. Also on the DXY, we are right around this purple line. The last time we were at this purple line, we found support on it, okay? We were around this area. We were kind of held down by it for a second, but look, support. We actually went below it, wicked below it, but found support. Here we went lower, sure, but it wasn't an immediate crash, right? Support. You can see resistance, right? This on a weekly, it does respect it. So I would anticipate that we see some kind of respect here. And we only have 18 hours left in this week. Could we, in the next 18 hours, come up, get this RSI in the meantime to come up too, and then inherently form bullish divergence on the RSI where you have a low, a higher low, and potentially a higher low? Again, we have 18 hours to do that. If this moves up, I wouldn't think it would move up like this to where it'll like reverse it completely and be green. But if it can move up where we just have a wick touching the purple line, not a body through it, this would actually look kind of good. You would have higher lows on lower lows. This would be double bullish divergence. You'd be looking for at least another higher high, or at least somewhere around the 50. Maybe we don't get a higher high in the price itself, but that would put the movements for Bitcoin going up potentially on pause. And I think that's why we're not seeing this breakout the way that it should be seen, is because the DXY might not be like completely ready to crash yet. Ergo, Bitcoin might not be completely ready to pump yet. And rejecting this area, if we were to reject this area, not only do you have bearish divergence, but it wouldn't look good in my opinion. You want to hang out in these areas. You don't want to get up here and then reject it. You want to hang out. And I guess here you hung out and it was still bad, but over here you had some bearish divergence going on as well, so whatever. And then ultimately you did go higher, but you did have a move down. I don't know. I don't know. I still stand by some of the stuff that I've been saying for like a few weeks now, which is that we have not had a sizable move down. At least, I guess here on this, did we go to the 236? We did go. I'm thinking of Bitcoin Cash that we didn't go to the 236, but on Bitcoin we did go to the 236. That is enough, I guess, honestly. But man, on a closing basis, isn't that crazy? You actually closed basically right where this high was. I don't know, man. Something smells fishy to me about this, and the fact that it's a diamond top pattern, there's a lot of room for fishiness to go on. That's a pretty crappy diamond that I just drew, but it's very common again to see these kind of moves where you break out, you pull back through the breakout, and then you come down, or to the reverse effect here, you break out, you pull back through the breakout to the downside, and then you go up. And just coincidentally, that 382 right there is right where I drew the bottom, and that could happen. That really could happen. I feel like I'm spinning my wheels, or I'm just going around in circles right now. So I think this might be a good area to leave off. Definitely important to watch where the price goes. The weekend is upon us. I know that we have 2 days and 20 hours left in this week, but Friday is tomorrow, or technically today as far as like the candle goes. This is Friday's candle. So if we can close today green, and especially if we can close today above this wick, if we can get back into the overbought zone, really, I guess it doesn't matter if we're above this wick or not, but if we can close in the overbought zone, this might look really good, actually. It might look really good. This might be the real deal. It might be a real breakout, but at the moment, I'm not convinced. I'm really not convinced. I wonder, not a whole lot to show on the 1 hour. I mean, yeah, you have a wick to the upside, but you're not getting lower lows. You're holding higher lows. So it's nothing bearish yet. You are holding the RSI. You're holding strength up here, so nothing completely bearish yet. I think this next day, Friday to today is going to be a significant day. You would not want to see the day close basically below 31,000. If we can hold above 31,000 today, then it probably is go time. But if we close below 31,000 today, which is only $460 away, then not so much. And for the bullish effect, it's kind of a lot closer, actually. If we can close today, really, if we close it green, period, I think that it would be good. Honestly, if we can close a green period, I would really, if we were to look for the bullish case, I'd really like to see this RSI get into the overbought zone and truthfully get above that point as well. But by that time, Bitcoin's going to be worth like $33,000. So that's you'd miss the move if you were waiting for that. So I really think in the more immediate term, looking for good signs, you'd want to close this day green. And if not, especially if you close it below this 31K, we might be seeing something exactly like this, but again, to the reverse effect, where we broke up, and then now we're going to have our move down. This move, but to the downside, and then ultimately move up higher. But yeah, I'm just repeating myself. So with that, guys, if you like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.